Hello there and welcome to a brand new video, guys. Today we're going to be talking about the Burning Crusade classic looking for group tool. Yeah, this is a pretty contentious video, I'm sure. I'm sure people have already disliked it. Oh my god, not a Burning Crusade group finder. That was in the game when it first released anyway. But before we get into all of that, guys, I just want to shout out my Twitch, twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me streaming World of Warcraft, New World, any sort of game, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM every single day. Right, so patch 2.5.2 just launched on the classic TBC PTR, and it looks like we are finally getting the Burning Crusade group finder. This was teased during BlizzCon Online when someone asked about it. If you didn't know, as I mentioned, TBC did have a group finder tool, and I do actually have a video about the original tool, which I'll link in the description below this video or in the top right of the screen right now. But this is the Burning Crusade version. They did say they were going to make changes, and they didn't. They didn't really make any changes, actually. In fact, they actually removed some of the functionality that we're going to go through today. So, this is it. This is what it looks like if you ever played Burning Crusade back in the day. This is actually pretty much identical to the one that we did have back then. But as I said, there are some changes. So, how does it work? It's kind of handy, actually. So you essentially just put yourself in for a dungeon. So for example, if we want to do just a heroic dungeon and we wanted to do slave pens, for example, right? What that'll do is list myself on a list. So as you can see, we are now listed on the group finder, as you can see. And if we look onto slave pens on heroic, we should, in theory, see ourselves on there. So what this will do, obviously once it's kind of going and there's tons of people wanting to do dungeons and whatnot, they're just going to list themselves. So say if you're just running around doing quests and you're like, I want to do heroic Sethic Halls, you could just list yourself on the finder, and then when people will go to make a group, they can have a look on the looking for more tab and have a look who is available to do the dungeon, which is kind of cool. Now, one thing I did speculate that they were going to add is the fact that you could put like roles like tank, healer, DPS. That doesn't look like it's the case. There is a comment section here, so you can just like type DPS, update it, and what you'll see is when you hover over it, it says your DPS. So if you're a tank, you can write tank. If you're a healer, you can type healer, etc. I think the Wrath version, the early Wrath version, before we got the proper one that we have now in retail, actually did have an option to choose your role. Now, this is the first iteration. This is the first PTR patch that we are getting, and the first look at this finder. So will it change over time? I'm not too sure, but this is kind of the basics of it. So essentially what you do, as I said, you list yourself for a group and it will put you on this thing, so you don't have to constantly spam looking for group or anything like that. You can now just, you're looking for group, just be spammed with people selling boosts and stuff, So you don't need to worry about group finding through that. So I kind of like it. I know it's, as I said, a very contentious thing. It is something that was introduced back in the day. Now, the changes from the Burning Crusade one are actually kind of interesting. So on the Burning Crusade version, you can actually list for group quests. That seems to be removed now, and it was kind of an interesting feature as well, because you'd have the section for group quests, and then it would have a drop-down of all of your group quests. Now, this character does have a group quest called Hotter Than Hell, but yeah, I can't list for it. Now, I don't know if it's just maybe broken because of that specific quest, because it's quite like a chain. But at the moment, you cannot list yourself for group quests. Now, you can list yourself for raids as well, which is really cool. So if you want to list yourself for Serpent Shrine Cavern, which is obviously one of the new raids coming in Phase 2, you can do that, and you can have a look at anyone who has actually listed themselves for the dungeon. And as you can see, look, there's people here. People are actually listed themselves right here. So you can see this person said they're well geared in the comment section, and this is essentially how it works in practice. Obviously, people now on the PTR just wanting to do Tempest Keep and Serpent Shrine because it is a new fancy thing here on Burning Crusade Classic. The actual original Burning Crusade one did have an auto-invite feature as well, and that seems to be removed. It was really scuffed, not gonna lie. What it would do, it would just auto-invite everybody on the list, no matter what role, class, anything like that. It was super broken, super stupid, so I'm kind of happy they have removed that. But other than that, yeah, other than the removal of not being able to group for group quests, it's pretty much the same. Zone as well, which is kind of cool, so you can like say I want a quest in Negrand, and it will list you for that, or Netherstorm, or whatever is actually relevant to your level. This finder does start at level 1, so if you make a level 1 character, you can list yourself for groups, and as you level up, you can obviously queue for like Dead Mines and Wailing Caverns and any dungeon, and that will obviously change as and when you reach those pinnacles of leveling, so to unlock more dungeons on your list. So this is not just a high level feature, this is a feature for leveling as well, which is going to help out a lot of people if they are still leveling. Even, 60 to 70 people, this is going to help them out a lot because they can queue for like normal ramparts and things like that. So very, very handy. As I said, I like it. I know a lot of people don't like it and they don't remember that this existed, and it did exist, and back in the day no one used it. No one used it, and maybe they're going to use it now. We will certainly see. There's definitely add-ons out there like Looking for Group Bulletin Board, which is super popular right now. Will this overtake it? Will people use this instead? I guess we'll have to see. But yeah, currently you can list yourself for 3 things. I was kind of expecting them to make it look like the retail one, but I am kind of happy that they have kind of just made it like the Burning Crusade one. Because at the end of the day, this is just a remake of Burning Crusade. This is just bringing that expansion back out, and this was one of the features. Be it not very used much, it still existed, and it's still there. I'm happy to see it come in patch 2.5.2, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the Look of a Group tool. I'm definitely going to use it when it does launch with Phase 2 content of Burning Crusade. When will that be? Who knows? But hopefully soon. It looks like they are testing the 2 raids right now, so if you do want to do that, it is available. And they also have pre-mades as well on here, so if you don't have level 70, you can actually just jump into PTR for free and test out the raids. So super cool, super great. Guys, as I said, do let me know what you think of the Look of the Group tool. Will it ruin TBC Classic for you? Is it over? No changes, even though this wouldn't technically be a change. Anyway, I digress. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. But before I go, let's give a massive shout out to our amazing patrons, YouTube channel members, and Twitch subs. You guys are awesome. And if you'd like to support the channel in any of those ways, links are down below. So leave a like on this video, guys, if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. We've also got a partner Discord channel with over 3,000 members. And as I mentioned, I am now streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. We've been trying out a few new games recently. As I said, New World Beta has been playing. We've been playing that quite a lot on stream. It's been super fun. So if you want to check me out on stream, guys, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM every single day. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.